Right, here we are, Gaz. Welcome back, pal.
Boom, boom, boom. What have we been up to, Pete?
Well, we did the vlog, didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
If anyone don't know what a vlog is.
Yeah, go on. I'm not too quite sure. I'm quite sure, even though we did one.
It's a slash between a video and a blog. So that was all right, wasn't it? We went to Bury Market. So we met some characters out there.
I watched a rough cut back and I didn't realise how moronic I sound, my accent, but we'll see. We'll get through it.
Yeah, you sound thick as pig shit.
Yeah. And I'm talking a lot on it. You haven't seen it yet.
I've not seen it. I don't want to see it, if I'm honest. It'll be funny.
Yeah.
But the people who we met, no disrespect to the people in Bury, but some of the characters we met on that market.
That's nice though, isn't it? I love characters. You got to have a few characters.
They were proper characters as well, though.
You go to any northern town, it'll all be the same. So we'll see. It should be good. Should be good. I've seen the rough copy and it looks pretty good.
Very good.
It's better than I thought it would, anyway.
Well, obviously, big thanks to the Capo lads for sponsoring the pod.
Capo.
Yeah, they've been brilliant, haven't they?
Yeah.
Which obviously helps us do stuff like the vlogs, does the podcasts, does the office.
Now we just need some Capo gear.
Now we need some smart Capo gear.
Because people have been hammering us recently, saying that I wear female denim. I don't know what that means.
So you nearly had an argument, but you restrained, didn't you?
Yeah, someone said they were talking about, Michael Clark was on, he was talking about going choosing Phil Collins tickets over playing for Stockport County. And I think one of the fans had issue, like saying, you know what, it shows, I can't believe he's got no shame to tell that story. But,
weren't they calling us dim as well?
Yeah, they called us dim, that's not wrong. But basically, yeah, so I just wanted to I wrote it all out and then just deleted it. I said, this was when you were part-time at Stockport, right? Players were part-time. Stockport wasn't the main job. And he chose to do that for his own relationship with his girlfriend. And it cost him 800 quid.
Who he's now married to and they've got kids.
Correct.
So it's kind of worked out. But...
And just embrace, if you ever get low down, like Bury fans, you know, when they have to start again at the bottom of the league, embrace it. Because you'll get promoted at least 4 times in a row. Yeah. And you'll be back. And it'll be the best times of your life.
But you get back to winning games rather than being pumped every week.
Exactly.
But it's different, like I say, it's where we are and the fans, some people live and breathe their football club, don't they? And they probably dream of playing for Stockport or playing for or whoever. So the fact that he's chosen to go and watch a Phil Collins concert instead of playing for like that childhood club, I can understand why they're fuming, but calling us dim.
I'm wearing female denim. I
thought
denim was just denim.
Yeah,
I had shorts on.
Maybe my jeans were a bit too tight. That's what it were. I don't mind it. It's not the first time. It probably won't be the last time that I've been told that
female denim.
I'm wearing female clothing, or it's too tight. Right, Gaz, who we got on today? Because this is your pal, innit?
This is my pal, Big Russ, as he was known at Chester, former goalkeeper, and all-round top bloke, really. I shared a couple of nights out with him at Chester.
Which I have heard was the downfall to his career.
Well.
Cheers, guys.
I think I were injured at times, so, you know, the devil loves what's it called? Misery loves company. That's the one.
You said that before. Misery loves company.
It does.
I think we got each other
and the devil loves company.
Yeah, I don't know where that come from. Big Russ, good to meet you, brother.
Good to see you. Long time no see.
So you were telling me he had this deep voice, this beard, and this size when he was like 13-year-old.
Well, I remember at Chester, he hasn't looked any different. I thought like maybe hair might have gone again, but no.
Gone again?
What do you mean again? Not a chance. Maybe. Not far off.
You look tremendous, pal.
Thank you. I'll take that.
There you go.
Looks exactly the same as when I
can't believe you said I've not aged.
And you're only 30 now, aren't you?
Just turned 30, April I was, A couple months back. Yeah.
I'm 40 next month.
40. Who you are?
Yeah.
46, me. Man, I'm close to 50. It's fucking scary, that.
Well, if your age.
Thanks, mate. Cheers, pal.
Not sure about you.
I just pulled my top up earlier to show Gaz. It's still there, isn't it, pal?
Yeah, it's still there. We do a lot of work at it.
Right, so 30-year-old, but you've been retired for like 4 years, which is, as a footballer, 26 is really young to retire, but even more so as a goalkeeper. Like a lot of goalkeepers are just starting their career at 26.
Yeah.
Realistically, you know, like
Absolutely.
a decent level.
Some getting at 30.
Yeah.
No, definitely, yeah.
That's what I mean. Because you have a lot of goalkeepers who are playing well into the late 30s, even early 40s, but 26, you were done.
Mm-hmm.
Russ has got a brain, though.
Have I?
Well, what's he doing here? Why?
Have I?
No, he's got. We've met a lot of goalkeepers, haven't we, over the years?
Yeah.
Russ is a smart one.
Talking of dim.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is most goalkeepers.
Craig Dootson.
Craig.
I feel like I just knew my time was up. I had a few injuries along the way. I wasn't enjoying the game as much as I did a few years prior. And the position I was in with what I do now, work-wise, was a good opportunity for me to get out.
So where was you at the time?
I was playing for Telford.
Right, okay.
Telford, yeah.
And did you not think, I could do this alongside my job, or was it just? Did you get to a point where you just thought? I suppose we'll go back to your earlier career. Like, was it a case of you just didn't want to play non-league?
I think so. I mean, I've never been a massive lover of the game. I've always been, I could have it or take it.
Other interests.
Yeah, I mean, you play with lads along the way that just live and breathe it non-stop.
Yeah.
And I've looked at them, I thought, I really respect that, but that's never really massively been me. I got to the point playing non-league part-time. I was injured, waking up every Sunday morning, body feels knackered through a few injuries over the years. And where I was with my career alongside football, I knew there was going to be a stage where football would then get in the way of the progression of what I was wanting to do.
So it's like a tipping point where you went, I'm all in at work, or I'm giving it half-hearted on both of them.
Pretty much.
Right, okay.
And then, again, falling out of love with the game massively. A few managers that don't want you in the team, or the politics side of things, that it just makes you think.
Yeah, like if you're starting to feel that way, all the little things that you weren't too bothered about become magnified, don't they? The travelling and getting up early and getting in late. It's sort of everything it gets worse and worse and worse, doesn't it?
I feel like it's also so much easier to endure them things when you're playing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or if you're enjoying it, but as soon as you're not, like you said, it just magnifies everything. The lads in the dressing room, like, wish he'd fucking shut up. Like,
having to travel on a big away game on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
What for?
Yeah, just to sit on bench and be like, especially as a goalkeeper, like if you're not playing, it's very rare that a goalkeeper comes off as well. So you're travelling all that way and you're not getting on.
Yeah. That's why I always tell lads, who like they might get an offer down. I know lads who've been to Boston. Oh yeah, but the money's this, the money's that. Yeah, but you're travelling to Boston every single time you go down. And if you're not into,
demoralising.
Well, I know,
them car journeys are the ones that kill you.
I know a lad, I won't mention it, he was in Manchester and he was meeting a car school every Tuesday, every Thursday and every home game on a Saturday to drive to Brackley. Imagine that. Imagine that Tuesday, Thursday.
You've got to love it though, haven't you? If you're doing that, you've got to love it. Because I know personally, I would not be wanting to do that.
At some, being weighed in. Who would drive all that way for that?
Not me.
You wouldn't.
You'd be driven, wouldn't you?
I retired from Stockport, said I'm not doing any more travelling than I signed for Chester.
Didn't do any travelling at Chester anyway.
But I do know lads, like what you said, like, and the more people that I meet, like, I always used to think, gotta be like, you've got to want to be a footballer. Like, it's the best job in the world. Like, it's just to be playing and scoring or whatever. Like, you've got to love it. But the more people you meet, you're like, why are you playing football? Just because of the money. Purely because of the money. They're like, I'm not even that interested in football. I don't watch it. I'm not like, I've no idea who we're playing on a Saturday, but I need that money because it goes alongside my job. It pays for my mortgage and bills. And some people just purely play for the money. And I used to think, fucking hell, that's bad, that. But the older you get, you're like, I think
if you're all in on it, you've got a better chance of being more successful. But on the other hand, if you've got other interests and you're a more well-rounded person apart from football, when you stop playing football, it becomes easier. I bet you transition really well into the workplace.
I did, yeah. I mean, with what I do, a lot of my skills I'd picked, not football skills, but skills you learn along the way within football, like your media training, stuff like that, I can transfer straight into into corporate world.
And meeting different people from different backgrounds as well.
Can I just say,
like dickheads like me.
that's the biggest word he's ever used on this podcast.
What?
Transitioned.
Did I say transition?
He smirked.
Can he spell
He
it?
smirked after he said it. I thought he
Yeah.
looked at me. I was so out corner.
Cheeky
Anyway,
wink out the corner
that'll
of his
help
eye.
you transition into the workplace. And he went.
Remember
He
that?
like, as soon as he
Pause
said
there.
it, I could see him go.
Clip that, Corey. Clip that, Corey.
It's the most
Pause there. That's
intelligent
nice.
thing I've ever
That's a
heard him
nice
say.
one. What a
No,
mate.
but you're right though. Like communicating with people in the dressing room. Obviously, some people are angry, some people are happy. And it's dealing with them emotions. You can like, obviously take that into the workplace, can't you? That's kind of what you was.
Massively. And like leadership, being able to work in a team.
Yeah.
Being able to, pick people up when they see that they're down, and or if your team are up, to use that as a to G people up, get ready for. It's same as you work. The things with football, you work all week to play on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Whereas in day-to-day working life, you're just working all week and then you're resting at the weekend.
Yeah.
So you've almost got to finish well on a Friday to be pick a beat back up again for a Monday, right?
Did you not miss the competitiveness or like miss that? Okay, I'm working Monday to Friday. What's my release at the weekend? Did you not miss that?
For me, that was the hardest thing. The competitiveness. I mean, like we were talking before, we'll go out and play golf, but you're not getting the same buzz. You go out and play paddle with the lads, you're not getting the same buzz. When I play, don't get me wrong, I said I fell out of love with football, but I've never fallen out of love with winning. Even if you're playing cards or something like that, I always want to win.
Yeah.
So that was the hardest part for me, was not being able to come 5 o'clock on a Saturday, have a like a weekend win.
Yeah, there's nothing to replace. Like you'll know what I'm on about. The atmosphere in the change room when you've had a big win, it's class, isn't it?
Yeah.
And everyone's coming in at different times, going, "Get in!"
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
That's why I wanted to get my lad into a team sport, just because of that. Because you can play tennis and paddle and golf, and it's an individual thing. You're not in a team where, like you said, you're all striving for that one thing and you achieve it together. And that feeling when you come in afterwards, and it's been a brilliant win, or
It's electric, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
it's
togetherness.
brilliant.
electric.
Yeah.
And then you're excited to get changed because you're going out at night with the lads, and it's like it's the.
I used to have a couple of beers in my bag.
Best feeling, yeah.
But also the other side of it as well, being able to deal with the loss, like as a team.
Yeah.
Being able to then
Put your head down and don't speak or look up until it's over.
I never really dealt with a loss, like, and I know this sounds horrible. It didn't really affect me that much, a loss. I don't know why. I really enjoyed winning, but then when I lost, it weren't as heartbreaking as it was.
Yeah.
Like the emotion of winning was always miles higher than the emotion of losing.
You'll have played in teams though where you probably won more than you lost.
100%.
Some players seem to end up in dressing rooms where you just lose all the time.
But I think I was really selfish as well. Like really,
Yeah, you were.
like if we'd lost 3-1,
scored.
but I'd scored,
Yeah, you
I
weren't
was still
bothered.
secretly buzzing inside.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit of a selfish.
I think it's different for a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Because if you've lost, that means you've conceded, right?
Yeah.
And then you're thinking, right, could I have done better with that? Can I be to blame for stuff like that?
Seds, how'd you get on at weekend? Oh, I scored 2. No, but how did your team get on? We got beat 15-2.
No,
It's
but
like you're so buzzing.
Yeah.
No, but
He's delighted.
No, but there was some times, and I feel bad admitting it. Like the lads would go, or my mates, or even my family, they go, like, "I was getting out at the weekend," and so, "Oh, I scored a fucking world." And they're like, "What was the score?" And I'd be like, "What was the score?" I think it was 3-1. I think we lost 3-1. Do you know what I mean? And I wouldn't know.
No.
And it's quite selfish, that is. So that's why I don't think the losses for me weren't really that much. I
Goal
absolutely
would
loved
have got
winning.
you. Let's say you didn't score for 10, but that didn't happen.
Oh, I don't know. I've never gone through that.
Wouldn't know.
But yeah, that'd affect you more.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, goalies as well take losses. Must take them a lot harder than outfield players, especially. You're the first port of call for blame, aren't you?
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. Even if someone's putting it top corner, it's like,
The finger's been pointed to.
fucking hell, any chance, Russ?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you had a clean
Fucking
sheet for
slip
ages,
a
someone
fiver
scores a
under your feet
world,
there.
it's like, God, we just need
Centre
more.
half's just been turned inside out, but
Yeah.
and it puts it in the top corner, but it's the keeper's fault.
Fucking hell, keeps. Fucking come on, give us a chance, will ya?
And you're next to all fans as well. Come on! It's like, oh.
So when did it all start out then?
Funnily enough, it actually all started playing for Chester when they were still in the Football League, Chester
wow.
City, yeah. So I went on trial there as a centre half. young lads, about 13 years old.
Right.
With goalie gloves on.
With goalie gloves on, just in case.
Like what we joked about before, that you was always big. Always big as a kid.
Yeah, just big lad, tall. Always, from a young age, always dead shy, which you probably won't believe me saying now, but dead quiet.
I can see that. I can see that, yeah.
So I centre half. I was on trial. Keeper got injured, got thrown in goal. Whilst on trial as a centre half. They put me on the I'll go and goal. Finished my trial, 6 weeks, as a goalkeeper, got signed on as a keeper.
Really?
Class.
I've never seen that before.
Then within four months of being at Chester as a keeper, I'd signed for Liverpool under 13s, I think it was at the time.
Right.
And then I did about 6 months there, and I moved over to Everton. So I signed at the academy at Everton. Went all the way through the academy at Everton.
Why was that? Like, how was that so easy to move? Is that just because you're under 14?
Just,
you're not on schoolboy forms?
Yeah, not on
yeah.
proper contracts, I'd say. Yeah. So at that time, it was just.
Why did you leave Liverpool? Because like in my head, Liverpool would have been the most successful club at the time, wouldn't they?
Yeah. I got released.
Right.
Got released. Yeah. I think at the time,
12s, 14s, and 16s usually the cut-off points.
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
At 13, I think we had like 4 or 5 keepers in under 13s.
And you'd only been a keeper for like a year.
I'd been a year. So I was still classed as young, aren't you? At 13, but at least at football days, it's like you're like 5, 6, probably more years behind, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely.
So within a week of leaving Liverpool, I'd picked up a trial at Everton, signed there after 4 weeks.
Right.
I spent about 9-10 years there. So I went all through the academy, got my scholarship.
Who was your academy lads then? Will we recognise any of the lads?
Yeah, I had a few. Ryan Ledson.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of names now. God, off the top of my head. Kieran Dow, plays in the Football League.
Wayne Rooney.
Wayne Rooney. Obviously Ross Barkley, but it was a year above me.
Ross Barkley, yeah.
John Joe Kenny plays at.
Yeah. Where's Ledson now?
He was at Preston last time. Is he at Huddersfield?
Is that where he's just gone? He's just moved, hasn't he?
He was definitely at Preston.
He might be Huddersfield, actually.
I think he's just got to move somewhere.
Yeah.
What was Barkley like, the wonder kid that everyone talked about?
Barkley was, yeah. As he was a couple of years older than me.
You know that sometimes you know that they're going to make it. Yeah. Aaron Lennon had the same buzz at Leeds.
Yeah, he could not make it because he was the thickest kid I've ever met in my life.
Oh, really?
It's honestly bad, but he had everything. He was like strength, pace, skill. Yeah, it was clever. Like nothing phased him. We got up to the first team, nothing phased him.
He was built a lot like Wayne Rooney was. Do you know what I mean? Like big, like muscles, big, like strong neck, like weren't he? Like he was just a physical athlete.
Yeah. He's got a bit of Caribbean in him, hasn't he? A bit Jamaican or something.
He might have.
Yeah, I think he has, yeah.
My little lads, my missus is like a quarter Caribbean, Jamaican. So my lad's 8th, but he's pale and ginger.
Is that how it works? Quarter and then an 8th?
Yeah, I think so.
I think you're on about a night out, Gaz, aren't you?
Team Jamaican.
We had some really good. We had a really good team. We had a really good youth team.
They always did have good teams. I used to play for Blackburn, and Everton always used to be.
Was you at Blackburn? Never mentioned that. Every podcast.
Crikey.
Every podcast.
Lads, Liam Walsh, who was at Luton.
Right, okay.
Good lad, really good player. So yeah, I went through the academy, got me scholarship, signed professional when I was 17, and I stayed there then until I was 22, 23.
Right.
In around the reserves, got sent out on loan.
Who were the other who were the other goalkeepers in the first team at the time?
So at that time, it was Tim Howard.
Right.
Was number one.
Yeah.
We had.
Did he have Tourette's?
He did, but it was like a twitch. It wasn't. You wouldn't know.
Right. Okay.
You have to spend a lot of time with him to know we had Tourette's.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Like,
it's not like going to say.
It weren't obvious.
No, it was just a little.
Throwing hands up everywhere.
He's not going to go to McDonald's. McDonald's worker's going to say, "There's your chicken sandwich, Tim." Fuck off!
Yeah,
not going to do that, is he?
He was class. Typical older statesman at the time when I was there. He was like getting on in his late 30s, but no, nice guy, top guy.
Who was the gaffer?
So I signed professional under Moyes.
Yeah.
And then when he moved to United, Martinez came in, and Martinez brought me up to the first team.
Right.
So I spent probably
Roberto
2 years.
Martinez.
Yeah, 2 years under him.
He's done so well, hasn't he? From being obviously one of the 3 Spaniards that came and played for Wigan.
Played for Chester as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he play for Chester?
Yeah, played
for
Chester. Yeah.
So yeah, and then ends up He's had an unbelievable career, hasn't he, Roberto?
Yeah, I think he's done better than he should have done.
Yeah.
One of the nicest people I've met in football as well.
I've heard
humble.
Jason Jarrett said that a couple
really
of times.
Really nice guy. Yeah, so I was third choice keeper in the first team. Then Howard got injured for a little while. I was on the bench for about 3-4 months.
Right.
And they had Joel Robles, came from Wigan with Martinez, who was number 1 at the time. So I was almost praying that he
just get injured.
Just get injured.
Just want to get on the pitch, don't you?
Do you still get? Did you get weighed in?
You get your first team bonuses for being in the squad.
In the squad, yeah.
Yeah, but they were never as good if you were.
Imagine
like a non-playing sub.
Yeah.
In any other walk of life, you'd never pray for someone to break the leg, would you?
And you know what? I didn't.
No, there's nothing wrong with saying it, Ross. I
did. No, I didn't. But you just dying out. You think, oh God, I can make my Premier League debut. I can make my Europa League debut.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, like I think you're just hoping that he just gets a knock, a dead leg, or just pull your hammy or something, so I can get on.
You know what? Out of all the opportunities that I could have, there was this one time, and it was like the worst time to ever want to even make your debut. It was a Thursday night Europa League game, and we're playing Krasnodar, some Russian team, and it was snowing. And we were like 12 minutes into this game. I think the table had already been worked out. We were already through. And I was thinking, it's freezing here. Like, I don't want to come on.
I'm nice
anyway, he blocks a shot from about 4 yards out, straight in the grill, broken nose, blood everywhere. And I'm thinking, I was just sat there still on the bench. I remember we had this crazy Spanish goalkeeper coach. He was going, hey, come on. So I'm like, oh God, whip my coat off, running down the line, getting warm. I'm thinking, how could be coming on here? And I'm looking around, there's snow sticking on the pitch. I'm thinking, he'll be all right there, won't he? A couple of tampons. Yeah. But that was the closest, to be fair, that I came. And then when I look back,
had to sit back down and get your kiss on.
sit down, put my coat back on the lot. But that was the closest I came. And I look back now, I'm thinking, but I wish he had come off. But
what was it like day in, day out with the first team lads in training?
Class. Yeah, honestly, the way the Everton had the setup of the training ground at Finch Farm was unbelievable. It was like a hallway you'd go from under 12s or even younger change rooms all the way up, break in the middle for the gym, and then it'd be like the first team end. So you even from a young age, you're in around it so often. Even like the big lads like Jagielka, Tony Abbott.
So every day you're seeing
always,
the first
you're in
team
around
lads.
it all the time. Their car park here, academy car park here.
Yeah.
They could be walking in. It was even from a young age, you're always looking over, thinking.
That's a good setup, that, because some setups it's like the first team are just away
segregated
from everyone else. And if you're training with them, you get like you go in training with first team today, so you shit yourself.
But that must inspire you, though, right? Like if you're in a dressing room, you think, right, I want to be next door.
Yeah.
Year after, I want to be next door. Year after,
that's
I want
how
to
they built
be the
it.
other
So it was
side
like
of the gym.
a continuous improvement to get to the top. But there'd be times where we'd be training on the academy pitches, and someone in a golf ball, you come down, you get picked up. You've been called up to train with the first team. Someone's gone down injured. You're up training with the first team.
Who were the strikers at the time?
I was under when I first went up as a young lad. It was lads like Anisha B.
All right, okay, yeah.
Victor, big, massive guy. But then under Martez, I had Lukaku.
Right.
I had Samuel Eto'o. He came in for a spell.
So what were they like up against them in training? Can you remember?
Level.
You remember the finishing?
The finishing was outrageous.
Eto'o
was at the end of his career, but when you've got the quality you've still got it. Like your finishing drill, stuff like that.
He gets
obviously a bit slow, a bit stiffer.
He gets like left under. I think as a second to like Ronaldinho or Messi, but he was.
Ballon d'Or,
he scored some goals.
Did he win the Ballon d'Or?
I swear Eto'o had a Ballon d'Or.
I'm not sure. It always seems like he was second fiddle, or which you would be to Messi, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But he was like,
So
at Barcelona for
40,
years.
He scored 40 a season.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
at
Barca.
I think when he came to Everton, he scored a hat-trick against Burnley. And then was like, oh my God, he still got it. And then he didn't do a single thing after that.
He still looked about 17 as well, though, didn't he? Had a young face.
But Lukaku, being third choice at the time, you'd always have to stick around for the finishing drills. So we'd be doing morning training, and in the afternoon, you get a tap on the shoulder.
Lukaku would have been in his prime as well, though, then wearing his shirt.
Yeah, you get a tap on the shoulder. Oh, Ross, Lukaku wants to do half an hour finishing this afternoon, 2:00. Bring a bag of balls out. And he'd be there and he'd be smashing balls in from 6 yards out.
What would you think then, though? Like, are you like, fuck's sake, Lukaku?
You know what?
Like, dragging me back out in the afternoon.
I was all over it. I used to love
you?
it. Yeah. So I thought, Gaffer's office up there. He'd be watching out the window. keeper coach, assistant manager, Graham Jones at the time.
Yeah.
Quality. I thought it's the opportunity for me to stand out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there was times where he would go through spells where he wouldn't score. And I remember I was flying at the time, and I remember Graham Jones saying, "Fucking hell!
I need my confidence back up.
Let him score.
Russ, get it goal."
There were times where he said to me,
Who can score against every
let
time?
a couple in here, let a couple in here.
He's already said to you.
Yeah, a couple of times where, because I'd be thinking, this is every time I got a chance to do that, it's an opportunity for me to show myself off, right? So I'll be like trying my hardest no matter what. Yeah.
Imagine.
I'd be saving him
gaffer
going
in the window though, like Lukaku shooting. You've been told like just let a couple in, like get his confidence up. That one time where the gaffer goes, "I'll just watch this young kid for 5 minutes." He's fucking useless. He's letting everything in.
Bad timing, yeah.
You never know, do you?
No, that's what I mean. The way that training ground was set up, you could see everything. Every pitch could be seen.
Yeah.
So you never know who's watching. So like you'd be always on your. Well, you had to always be on your game.
Did he go to Chelsea after that?
No, he started at Chelsea.
United, didn't he? Yeah, went United.
Was it United after Everton?
Straight to United after that. Yeah, I think so.
No. Everton. He started at Chelsea. Everton. Then he went abroad. Did he go? I don't know. Did he not go back to Chelsea? I don't know. He's had a fair few moves. I know that. Maybe some of the statisticians.
So I once looked at a stat before, and it was the accumulation of value that a player has gone for in the transfer market, and Lukaku, I think, was top.
Yeah.
Because of like 80, 70, 80, you know what I mean? And the accumulation, like the most amount of money that a player's ever gone for in the transfer market.
You know what?
I don't know if it's still true now. But
spoke about 7 different languages as well. He played so many different countries, spoke so many different languages, yeah. Nice guy, humble.
Still scoring at World Cup.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's unbelievable.
I'd have been in my team.
That was when he pinned you.
You're rolling the ball, he pinned you.
So
a few had runners coming off him.
Yeah.
I mean, they came close, didn't they, that season when they had that World Cup? They had Hazard, De Bruyne and Lukaku all firing.
Yeah.
And France beat them in Russian World Cup.
That was it, yeah.
2018. But France had a team as well.
That's unreal.
But they're unlucky. That's their golden generation, really.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Yeah, to be fair, who the lads you got on with most then during your time there?
There's a handful, to be fair. You probably heard people talk about before, but Coleman. Seamus Coleman, like one of the nicest lads. Like came from, was it Shamrock? He came from.
Yeah, he came from
60 grand.
It's unreal, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
He was the most down to earth, nicest lad. And he was always rooting for you as well. He would always be saying.
Do you not think the Irish lads are like that though?
Massively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't seem to have a jealousy thing in them. You know what I mean? Like they just want you to do well. They want to do well, and I don't know. They always seem a lot more mature.
Yeah, they're always like that, and none of them can swim either. That's what I've picked up from them. They can't swim.
Can't swim.
No, they can't swim.
Why?
Obviously, some can swim, but
the pool's different out there.
They didn't. No, in England, you have to do swimming as part of your primary school thing. In Ireland, they don't have that, so that's why they say it.
Think at the
but we had lads who come on trial, and they were like. We said, right, we're doing a swimming session today, like, on trial, and it must in a big circle, and they nominated a leader, and you can hear them murmuring to each other, and one stood up and goes, "We're not swimming." So they didn't swim.
They did swim. Is that at Blackburn?
Yeah, the coach started laughing.
I didn't know he was at Blackburn.
Coach Sean Gibley started laughing. Everyone just started laughing. We're not swimming.
American or Irish?
Irish.
Well, lads like him, lads like Tony Ibbott.
Yeah, well, he'd been there since he was about 12, wasn't he?
His whole life, yeah.
Yeah. So he was there when I was there for a bit.
Yeah, Leighton Baines.
Yeah.
Quality's still there now, coach. But you had people around the club like Kevin Sheedy, who was a club legend.
Yeah.
Alan Irvine, who was academy manager. I had Duncan Ferguson as my youth team coach, who then became a first team.
What's he like as a coach?
Unreal. He spent a lot of time out in Spain. Yeah, really good coach. Spent a lot of time out in Spain. Set up his own academy out there. So technically, he loved it. He was manager with Kevin Sheedy for our youth team, and we had a really good year. We won the Youth Cup that year, and we just used to play.
What, the FA Youth Cup?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
In my head, I've got Duncan Ferguson's managerial style, and it's just basically similar to his playing style. And it's obviously perceptions, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't imagine him being like a Pep on the training ground.
Really technical.
I can imagine him saying, "You elbow him."
Love it.
Get your head in.
Yeah, no, he was big for it. Possession, passing drills. He had us playing out like
Because he's had
centre half to.
Did he get he got a job, didn't he? Did he get a managerial job?
He went to Inverness, didn't he? He went back up to Scotland to Inverness. I don't think it worked out very well. But
Headbutted someone.
Yeah, probably.
I think at that time though, like he obviously wants to work with top professionals, and I think he got frustrated. Like, yeah,
I'd say so. Yeah, but no,
but then you need to work at that level to then get to that level, don't you? So it's
but he was
catch
quality.
22.
He was a really nice guy as well. Like quiet. You wouldn't obviously you've seen the videos of him, and you've heard Jimmy Bullard talk about him that time against who was he playing for at the time? Wigan, was it?
Wigan.
But
they're the ones you watch out for, don't you?
He's a really nice guy. You know what? He'd come into the change room, be sitting with the lads, and we were like, you were scholars. We were like 16, 17, and he'd talk about his time in prison. He'd be like, yeah, he'd be like, I was sat in my cell and they're all barking at me. He was telling us how he was shitting himself. And we're like, you think a big, massive guy like him. But no, he was class. He'd still join in training. He'd be smashing him in the top corner, be giving you loads. He'd be in the gym. Everyone would be doing like proper training session. He'd be in there with the biggest dumbbells, and he'd just be curling in the pull his sleeves.
He was
up,
a beast,
curling. He was a unit.
Did he have? He had an Everton tattoo,
tattoo
didn't he?
on his shoulder.
I remember he used to pull it up.
My best memory of Dunk was I think it was the international break, so we had the weekend off, and I remember it really well because I was captain of the youth team at the time, and as you know, like when you're in the youth team, like, you make sure the change room is as clean as possible. Everything's put away, boots are done, bottles are put away, combs, kit man's happy, you've sorted everything. So it was like, right, work your bollocks off Friday morning, and we'll see you Monday morning, that weekend off, everyone's buzzing. So we think, right, get it done. Everyone's that excited, they've all finished training, showered, they all fucked off. Change room's left a state. So I'm back down the motorway to Chester, half an hour, whatever. Literally pull up on the drive, keys out of the ignition, phone's ringing, Kev Sheedy. I'm thinking, all right, Kev. He goes, yeah, Dunk wants all the lads back here, call the boys, get everyone back in the change rooms by 4 o'clock. I'm thinking, oh, fucking hell, what have we done here? Anyway, so we all get in the change rooms. We realise as soon as you get in, bottles everywhere, it's a state of mud on the floor. We're thinking, we're fucking done here, we're in tomorrow, weekend's ruined. Sat there 20 minutes, no one comes in. Hour, no one comes in. It's got like, everyone's looking at 5 o'clock, no one's come in. We're all sat to the point it's gone quiet. All of a sudden, the change room door just pings open, right? Dunk comes in. He's booted the changing room door through, like, into the changing room. Walked in.
But the doors come off the hinges?
No, like, smashed against the
door.
door.
Like a saloon door.
Tactic board gone flying. He's come in, walked in, like, hobbled in after booting the door, turns around, walks straight back out, like, hobbles straight back out. And we're thinking, what the fucking hell, what's going on here? So we sat there again for another half an hour waiting. Half an hour goes by, he comes back in, he's got a boot on his foot. He's broke his toe, broke his big toe kicking the door in, coming into. But he's even more fuming, right? Because his toe's killing him. He's raging that the changes are filthy. The training ground at Everton was a mile in radius, so we had to run around that 6 times as a punishment.
And then clean the change rooms.
Clean the change rooms, and then we're back in the next morning for training.
Did you have you back in?
Yeah, we were in the Saturday morning.
I thought he were going to give you punishment and then let you go.
Yeah.
I reckon if he had broke his toe, that's what would have happened.
Yeah, definitely.
Honestly, it was hilarious, yeah.
He
He bounced in, he didn't say a word, and he bounced out. We're thinking, what the fuck was that? And then he comes back half an hour later with a boot on, ice pack in it. I'm thinking, oh my God, he's done his toe or something here.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was,
that's class.
But he was brilliant, like, loved every minute working.
You talked about Scotland before. You ended up going up to Motherwell, was it?
Yeah. So I went on it was the last season Martinez was at the club, and obviously being a young lad at the time, I was like 19, 20, 21, and I was third choice, and I knew I'm never going to get a sniff in the first team.
You got to go
Tim
and play.
Howard or not. I've got to go play some minutes.
Yeah.
And I just made me Football League debut that season at Cheltenham when they were in League 2. I think they're in League 2 now, aren't they still?
I think so. League 2, League 1.
But so I made my league debut. I had a good 6 months there, and I was coming back to Everton in January, looking to maybe try go a bit higher. In that time, Martinez had been sacked, and Ronald Koeman had come in. So I'd come back, introduce myself to Koeman and whatnot, and he was like, "Yeah, you need to go get minutes. I don't know, obviously don't know anything about you. Go play your football." So Motherwell was sniffing, so I went up there for 6 months, and I went in to fight. To be fair, for the shirt, it wasn't like a case of straight in, you're playing. Went up there, first game went up there, we played Dundee at home. I was on the bench. We got beat 5-1, and I was thinking, brilliant.
Buzzing.
I'm in on Tuesday night. And then we were away at Aberdeen on Tuesday night. I'm thinking, great, come on. I'm in the team, on the bench. I'm thinking, fucking hell, there's like, 10, 12 games? The matches are different, obviously, in the Scottish. You play, and then you go into the league
Playoffs.
splits. Yeah, so I'm thinking, right, count how many games you got left. All right, I should be all right. I'll get 7 or 8 games here. Play Aberdeen on Tuesday night, get beat 7-2. I'm thinking, fantastic. I'm definitely in the team on Saturday. Manager gets sacked, so a new gaffer comes in. The keeper coach that wanted me at Motherwell at the time, he's gone as well. I'm thinking, fucking hell. So it's a whole new dynamics instantly. So a manager came in, and I went straight into the team, to be fair. And we won 3 of the last 4 games, kept a couple of clean sheets, saved a penalty in one of the games close to the Hamilton Academics that were right below us.
What's that like in terms of the size of a club?
They're a big club. Motherwell up there are a big club. So they're not like one of the lower end teams, but they're not in the top say 4. But they're always sniffing. They've got a decent fan base. But you could play a team. You play 5 of the 12 teams in Scotland at home, and it'd be like you've been at a away game because they bring more away fans than you've got home fans, right? Yeah. But we'd have 3,000 or 4,000 at Motherwell, at Fir Park, which was great, and they were loud, and they travelled well away. But we were the aim was always to be in the top 6, try and make Europe, which they did, which they're in Europe at the moment. But that season we were down there. To be fair, the season I was on loan, I think we finished 10th or 9th in the end.
But you stayed up in the end. And then did they then take you on a permanent?
They took me on a year permanent. So
was that hard to leave Everton with only a year contract being offered?
It was. I knew at the time I was time to go. So when I came back from Cheltenham in January, I came back because Coman had just come in. I thought, I need Coman to see me.
Yeah.
I need to know now what he wants for me. And the talks were always, okay, you can either stay in the 23s and play reserve football. And once you've been playing in the Football League, I remember the reserve manager at the time, David Unsworth, he almost was like, what, so you don't want to play for the 23s anymore? I said, well, I'm not saying that, but it feels like a step back in my career. Surely, if you go out and you're playing Football League,
you want to continue
growing up the ladder. But it was like, oh, so you're too big to play for Everton under 23s now, are you? And I was like, fucking hell, no. But I had the opportunity to go up to Motherwell, and I thought it was going to be permanent from there, to be fair. Because we just bought in Stecklenburg, Dutch, with Coman. So he was now the new number 3. I'm number 4. So I'm pretty much, you still train with the first team keepers and whatnot, but you're pretty much back in the reserves unless you're going out and playing. So I thought, I can't stay as a third choice keeper at a club like Everton the entire life, because one day the door's going to get shut and then you've had no experience and no one's going to want you. So when I left that day, I left Everton, I thought I was going on a permanent, and I thought they were doing the deal as I was driving up there. So as I was driving up there, I thought, right, it's going to come out soon that it's a permanent deal to Motherwell. Got about half, I got to like Gretna Services, agent calls me, it's a loan. Coman said he just wants you 6 months loan, see how you get on, come back. You've got an option on your contract at Everton for another year. And the deal I had with Motherwell was if I was happy and the manager at the time was happy, they have an option to sign me for a season.
Well, then your manager gets potted.
So he got potted, but we kept the deal with the new manager. And it was Stephen Robinson, who's the manager at Aberdeen now, Irish. Okay. I'm not sure if he could swim or not.
Probably
I think
not.
so.
Definitely not.
But he came in and he said to me, if he kept Motherwell up, which he did, he gets the job for next season. So he was like, right, help me keep the club up, do your job, blah, blah, blah. And, you'll be my number 1 next season.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Perfect. Great. Yeah. So I did really well. I had 5 or 6 games, played well, performed, stayed up. Everyone was happy. Like, great, see you in July for pre-season or June for pre-season. Came back, didn't hear anything over the summer. Came back, and we hadn't had squad numbers that hadn't been given out yet. Just training kits. I'm thinking, buzzing, playing up in Scottish Premiership, 20, 21, 22.
Yeah, it's good.
Could be number 1, like flying,
good
because all the games out there are all on TV. There's a lot of media around it. So I was thinking, great, this would be perfect for me. Have a good, strong season here. And then about 3 weeks into pre-season, we bought Trevor Carson from Hartlepool,
right?
Keeper, Irish lad. So Robinson's connection was with the Northern Ireland team. He was like, he was a coach, wasn't like obviously, but he was like one of the first team coaches, and he'd had Trev as like third choice Northern Ireland keeper.
Yeah,
so it was
like
a connection. It was the connection. Bring him in. Try and get him in the international team, make his debut. Brings in money for Motherwell.
Yeah.
So I've been stabbed in the back with it 3 weeks into pre-season. You know, come sign for me, you're going to be my number one. To 3 weeks into pre-season, the shirt's not yours, by the way.
It's brutal, isn't it?
Fuming.
So I'm like, hell. And at that time, I had options as well back in the EFL.
Yeah.
So I was thinking I could have, well, you never know what's going to happen, but I could have been closer to home. I could have been, potentially playing Football League or playing week in, week out.
Yeah.
So I was on to my agent. He was like, listen, you just got to do what you do. I know you've took a pay cut to be playing in Scotland, but you enjoyed it up there. Who knows what's going to happen? Just keep training hard, see if you get in the team. Second game of the season, Trev gets sent off. I come on, save the penalty. We get thumped 4-1 anyway, but obviously I'm in for the next game, so he's suspended. Keep our first clean sheet of the season. I'm thinking, buzzing. I'm in the team. My shirt to lose. Next game comes. I'm prepared like I'm playing that week. He puts the team sheet up and I'm not playing. I'm thinking, surely, how am I not starting here?
Did you speak to him?
I did. Went and spoke to him at the time, and his words were, so Trev's my number one, so when he's available, I'm going to play him. And I thought, I had that conversation there. I thought, well, you've killed me.
It's football.
Yeah.
You've absolutely killed me. And it got to January, and I said to him, we had such a good squad, such a good team. Everyone pretty much played for us that was from outside of Scotland. There was about 3 or 4 Scottish lads.
Yeah.
So everyone travelled. So we're all really like together, tight knit. We all lived near each other, all with each other.
Like
so
a mercenary
you
sort
go,
of thing.
you go to training, but then you spend time with each other in the afternoon, and you get to know each other's families. So it was class. I loved it. And it got to January, and I said to the gaffer, I said, right, I would like to go out on loan. And he was like, nah, I can't have you out on loan. You're my number 2, and you're great around the team. We love having you around the team. The lads love you. The lads come to me, say how great you are. I was like, well, brilliant. That's great for you.
Yeah.
But it's not great for me, young lad. Yeah. So you just want me, as the, that gels the team together. Works. We bollocks.
Give me
off in
another 2
training.
years, and I might stick it out.
Yeah. Well, like that was going to be on the cards as well. But so it killed me really. But it was a memorable season. It was probably one of my favourite seasons as a player.
Yeah.
But frustrating that I think I played 10 games that season. He had a couple of injuries. And to be fair, Trev had a really good season. He was top keeper. So I couldn't really complain that I wasn't in the team.
But you just
in
want
that sense.
you want
But
it to be fair, don't you?
But it wasn't. I didn't get a fair crack.
Yeah.
Exactly that. And when I had my chance, I took it.
And then where do you go in the summer from then?
So I left. I came back home. I went to Fylde under Dave Challoner.
Right.
And it was. I had the chance to sign for them or Wrexham at the time, and it's way before Wrexham had any money in the club. and at the time, literally, when I look back, Wrexham probably would have been a better option for me. I think I chose to go to Fylde for like 150 quid more.
Was that the season that Wrexham went up then? Or was that the
No.
year after?
It was the year after.
It must have been pretty close, because
It
then
was
they've
close.
gone bounce.
Yeah, it was close. It was the year after all the money came in and everything.
Yeah, but you'd have been playing at Wrexham. You'd been playing in front of, like, say, 7,000.
I know.
Fylde.
When I think
It'd be
back
more
now,
like a
ridiculous.
league club, innit, Wrexham?
Yeah.
And Fylde.
And you
Fylde's a
played in
good
front of,
club.
like, 1,000,
About that.
but it's 150 quid more.
But I for some reason, I took 150 quid more. Yeah, and I knew a couple of lads at Fylde at the time, and I thought,
Easy option.
It had a nice training ground, had a nice new stadium. I thought, this will do me. Like, but I look back now, that was a mistake, massively. We had a really good year, but they had Jay Lynch, who was at Salford.
Yeah.
Top keeper.
Yeah.
Had a couple of injuries. I was injured in pre-season. Didn't get in the team. And Lynch had a quality season. Really, really couldn't. Again, I'm sat there thinking, I've missed out on another year here.
Yeah.
I've left Motherwell to try and get minutes. I've come to a team. I've not been number one.
Injured. Keepers played
Keepers
well.
having I can't complain. Lynch was quality that season. We got
Is he Rochdale now?
Rochdale, Fleetwood.
Fleetwood.
Yeah. But
We
top
had him.
lad.
He was our
Yeah.
keeper at Salford.
Yeah,
he
of
was,
course, yeah.
Well, he was a good keeper. I'm going to hammer him. Yeah,
Everyone says he's too
a good
small.
all-round keeper. Yeah,
but he's not,
maybe
because
crosses slightly, but everything else.
Well,
top.
he's made a career out of it no matter way, and
Great keeper.
he's had
Done
some
very well.
solid seasons in the Football League.
Yeah,
so,
he's a great keeper. I'm not saying he's not.
shot
Yeah, you
stopper.
are. Why
distributes
are you
well.
saying Lynch is a bad keeper?
No, I'm not at all.
He's a great keeper. He's
Very
had a
good,
great career.
very good
Good lad
goalkeeper.
as well.
Yeah, no, top lad.
All right. So he's a
Backtracking
bad
now,
lad, is he?
backtracking, because he wasn't at Blackburn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it was a good year. It was a good year
He's
at
English,
Fylde.
so he's a good swimmer.
Yeah, good, really good swimmer.
That was in his pro column.
We had a good year at Fylde. We got beat in the playoffs at Wembley by Salford, 2-0, I think it was. But then we went back the following weekend to beat Orient in the FA Trophy.
Right.
1-0.
Wembley.
So that was a good
2 trips to Wembley, lad.
twice in 1 week.
Yeah.
So the year before, I'd had 2 trips to Hampden Park.
I was going to
Motherwell.
say, yeah, you played Celtic twice in the final, but you didn't play.
I was on the bench in both, yeah.
And then you go to Wembley twice.
Wembley twice. So within 2 years, without playing an awful lot of football, I'd had some really good
Some good
experiences.
yeah.
Yeah.
What was a night out like after the win then down in Wembley?
You know what? I didn't hang about. I went to Marbella that night. I flew to Marbella with a couple of lads that
On
night.
the same night?
Yeah, the same night, yeah.
Old fans probably just went back up to Fylde on the same bus.
You know what? The fans at Fylde, there were just,
Little minibus.
there wasn't. That's the only problem at Fylde. They've not got a fan base.
No.
Yeah, there's a good solid 6.
Yeah,
That's what I said, a
if
minibus
they're still
of
alive
12.
now as well.
The rattles and everything.
It was a lot of an older fan base.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it was good. Enjoyed it. It was a good way for me to then. No, I knew then. I was like, I'm not staying another year here. I'm off. And then joined him at Chester.
Chester. It was our second season at Chester.
Your second season.
I think Shentz was in goal the first season.
Right.
The fans didn't take to Shentz. But we got beat 8-1 one game, and they sort of blamed him for all 8 goals. it was only his fault for 7 of them. They only had 8 shots.
They only had 6 shots and scored 8.
8-1.
I remember.
I scored the 1.
Was that Barrow?
There you go.
Blythe Spartans away from home.
Yeah,
Listen,
Blythe away.
Away as well. That's a journey home. That.
Oh, that's a bad journey.
The Chester fans took a lot of fans as well. I remember them all just calling us a disgrace.
Yeah.
Jonno said to us, if you want your contract ripping up, come to my door. I think I was the only one who asked me. I said, this was bad, this. I've never been beat like that in my life.
Well,
I rang him up. I said, listen,
up.
rip mine up if you want to. And he went, shut your dickhead. Anyway, we had him going on a good run. But yeah, so Shentz, I think they got rid of Shentz. Or maybe I think Matt just left anyway. He'll be getting on a bit. And then Russ come in pre-season. And it went a little bit more serious that year, didn't it? We had a bit more
With that new
full-time.
training, yeah.
With this guy, I'll let you, what he called Stuart Murphy, come in. We're pumping a bit of money in. We went a bit hybrid model, so we trained a bit more. Like being a pro, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Wednesdays off.
Yeah. I signed at Chester. They actually, John and Byrne asked me to come in on trial to begin with. I thought, come on trial. And I think I'd signed within a couple of weeks. We went to Newquay, didn't we, for pre-season? We got it over the line there, but...
Yeah.
Jonno,
do you want a beer? Jonno, do you want a beer?
Yeah,
I've
beer,
actually got my
mate.
contract on me,
Sign
Jonno.
this
Do you
got
want
a
to
pen
sign
there,
it?
Jonno. Just
Yeah,
want
got a
to sign
pen.
that. No, it was fine. It was nice because obviously I'm from Chester, and I thought,
Easy.
I'd love to come back and play for Chester. I'm local. Money and that was okay at the time for being close to home and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I signed, and obviously knew about the new hybrid system. So I didn't want to be part-time. I'd never really been in non-league before prior to that, because at Fylde we were full-time.
Yeah.
And we trained like a league club.
Yeah.
And I'd been out on previous loans when I was younger, for back when you could do like a month loan. So I'd gone to clubs like Halifax and Colwyn Bay and teams like that, local Northwich Vicks, things like that. Got a bit of experience. But this was my first proper experience of non-league at a club that I'm fond of. And we had the hybrid. But for me, it was different, completely different. Under 2 managers that I've never... You'd only ever work with managers like that once.
Did you have a goalkeeping coach?
I had a goalkeeper coach to begin with. It was something I'd asked for. And then within 4 months, he was no longer being paid. So
He left.
he'd gone. So
Welcome to
it was a
non-league,
killer.
Ross.
Yeah, so it was a killer, really. It was a killer. I've always got the vibe that Byrne and Jonno hated goalkeepers no matter what. 'Cause one of the first things Jonno said to me was, you just kick it and you just catch it. So I was like...
Yeah, they're not big
Do
fans.
a bit more than that. But
Yeah, but it was...
How did you find them two then as managers that season?
just different, completely different to anything I'd ever witnessed before. Like you see all the stuff with the documentary and things like that, and you see they get classed as bullies or whatever and loud and whatnot. And it was fine. If you're a part of it, it's great, right? But again, I think if you're a part of it, but as a goalkeeper, it's different because, like I said, I immediately thought, well, it doesn't have no respect for goalkeepers. It's just kick it, catch it.
Yeah.
So it was a tough one. It wasn't my most enjoyable season, to be fair, at Chester, and I was really hoping for it because, like I said, I'm a local lad. A lot of my mates still go to the games, fans and whatnot. There's always added pressure at the club from the fans to do well.
It's like a tough one, isn't it? It's a big fan base, but they haven't got because it's fan owned. They haven't got the finances to put a really top team on the pitch.
I think the fans,
but they expect loads.
I think
the expectation from the fans is bigger than the reality from what they can do.
I think Kelmack summed it up really well when he was on here the other week. Exactly what you just said. The expectation from the fans, but not having the budget to be able to live up to that expectation.
I mean, they can still, like, they might. I think they should be always either go up or. But I think that National League is where they'll be.
Yeah.
They won't go any higher than that unless investment comes in.
Yeah. But they had the chance a few years back when Stuart Murphy offered to buy the club, didn't he? But he just
just the way he says Murph, he's like this really multi-millionaire businessman. Stuart Murphy, this, and we've gone. You went on a night out and he paid for it all. He's just Murphing him all.
He'd thrown a load of money into the club, to be fair.
Murph, get some beers in, Murph.
But it was a weird one.
70-year-old.
It was a weird one because it was like his granddaughter's 18th birthday party, and he invited the team.
Class.
But we didn't actually see them, did we? We didn't see them. They were in like a private room, and we were like
free bar.
We were like monkeys in like an enclosure, like in the window, weren't we? Just like looking through at this party.
He was shouting, "Hey Murph, we need some more drinks, Murph."
Murph weren't doing enough for me, so we just needed a few more beers and a couple of cigars.
Yeah.
So I just had to get Murph in.
He sorted
left him off. Yeah. And he liked it, to be fair.
Yeah,
he wasn't too.
They felt like what lads, were they?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I think Jonno and Byrne had a little bit out of him that we didn't know about. Like they go for like little meals and stuff like that.
I bet they did.
I wasn't getting enough from him, so I needed more on that night personally. Yeah, but no, it was good. But for
did you
me,
play much that season?
Played full season, but I ended up leaving just so it was COVID season, wasn't it? Yeah. So when COVID hit. So I think we were third when I left. And I've had about 3 or 4 games to play before playoffs, and we got beat at home. I think to be fair, I think I'd thrown one in. I made a mistake, and Jonno just battered me for it.
Brought someone in on loan from Carlisle.
It was a lad who was under me at Everton.
Yeah.
What, with 3 games to go?
3 games.
He changed his goalkeeper.
Yeah, can be.
Well, he threw one in playoff game. So
it's. I look back now, and I'm like, you know what? I'm glad it happened. To be fair. Because, like I said, I wasn't massively enjoying the season there. I couldn't. You play well when you feel like you can get a flow and you feel comfortable and you feel happy. And I never really massively felt like that at Chester. It was the first time I'd never had a goalkeeper coach, so it was just all week you just get battered in shooting drills or shape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think on a Thursday night we train at goals.
Yeah.
So after Chester, then because of the COVID thing, is that when you called it a do?
No, so I left Chester.
Did you start your business around that time?
I left Chester and went to Telford.
Right.
Like literally the next day. Signed for Telford the next day.
Right.
Played 2 games there, and then COVID hit. So we were on furlough for God knows how long. Good season came back. Had a season at Telford. Was loving it. It was great. I was almost at the point there. I was like, I'm building back up here. I had a few teams coming to watch me. I had a new agent pushing me into different places.
COVID
and I felt good. COVID hit again.
Yeah.
And then came back from that, and we had like a completely different squad. We were bad that season. We were really bad. I came back in pre-season, and there was like 40 lads sat in the changing room
at Telford.
So we used to train at Lillyshaw, England's old gaff.
Really,
really lovely setup, and we'd train on a random field like 2 miles away. It was a huge place, and it just had one big change room in the middle. I walked into the change rooms, and there was 40 lads sat in there putting the boots on. I was like, "What the hell is going on here?" So it was. We had a terrible season. I was actually club captain for a good period of that. I was playing well. We were bad, but I was doing all right.
It's a nice little stadium,
and it was a nice ground. It had some good fans, We had like 4 different managers that season, so it was just completely in the bin. Like
dysfunctional.
Telford the Stags.
Correct, dysfunctional.
Yeah.
Gaz, dysfunctional.
Spell it.
Dysfunctional.
DIS, functional.
DIS.
So it was. I enjoyed it, but we were terrible. We had Gavin Cowan, who brought me in.
Yeah.
He was class. He got sacked way too early. We weren't even doing that bad when he got sacked.
Shrewsbury now, innit?
Shrewsbury, but he's flying. Yeah. He
Brackley,
was class.
Shrewsbury,
He was class. And then who did we bring in? We had a guy. I don't know if you heard called.
So do you reckon they should have held tight with him a little bit longer?
Definitely, yeah.
That's it. That's management.
He brought in
that's everything. Every decision you make, better the devil you know.
I don't really understand what went wrong, to be fair, because he was good, mate. He was tight with the chairman, Andy Price.
Right.
Do
And
you reckon he might have slept with his wife?
They're all a bit tight.
I'm not putting words in your mouth, Russ.
I mean, the mates, but I don't think they were that close. But no, I really liked Gav. I thought he was quality, to be fair. And they sacked him after like 6-7 games or something like that. He brought in a few players that weren't great, and I think he'd probably admit that now himself. And they ended up staying. He went, and then we had a couple of weeks without a manager, and then we brought in a guy called Dennis Green.
Right.
I don't know if you've ever heard of Dennis. I'd never heard of this guy. Yeah, Greener, yeah. And
no idea.
He was Southern based. Anyway, this guy didn't have a clue. In all honesty, I'll openly say he was like, he'd come in, he'd wear a suit to training, he'd wear a flat cap to train, he'd be stood on the side of the pitch. You know what? I didn't mind him. I liked him because he just wanted to have a go. So we had a go. We went to Blythe, not Blythe, sorry. What's the team? Bradford Park Avenue.
Bradford Park Avenue, yeah.
And it was like a fucking tornado going off. It was like the weather was horrific. Like one half, the wind was so fast in your face. Like they play on Astronaut, right?
Yeah, it's open.
The corner flags had fucked off. The goal was moving back to like the fence. So every like 5 minutes, I'm running and putting the goal back on its marker. They're getting sandbags. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're winning 1-0. And then half time strikes and you have to swap ends. And you're like against this weather, the rain's coming sideways.
They had a big team as well, I think.
Mate. So we end up getting, I think we drew in the end, or we end up getting beat. And we're in the changes after the game. And he's going mad, Dennis Green. They say, we've thrown that away, it was a win, blah, blah. And he comes to me, and it was basically, the half-time team talk was just hold on, which was like, hold on for 45 minutes against the wind downhill. Like, not a chance.
You've done well to draw.
Goals. And I remember this thing he said to me, he went, hey, and you, Russ? I was like, yeah. He goes, why weren't you just kicking it out for a throw-in? I was like, you what? And he goes, every goal kick, every time you got the ball, just kick it out for a throw-in. Why weren't you doing that? And I was like, I was so fucking confused. So I'm thinking, you want me to do what? He's like, every time the ball came to you, you should have just kicked it out the fucking park. I was thinking, yeah, all right, got you. Anyway, he lasted under 5 minutes. And then it was good fun, to be fair. You know, we were that bad.
Managers sometimes they're so wrapped up in everything. They just shout anything.
We were that bad. I remember speaking to a few of the lads after it, like the season after, when I've packed up. We were that bad, we actually enjoyed that 3-4 weeks he was in because it was actually a bit of a laugh.
Right, really?
You know what I mean? It was just it was fun. Yeah.
It was only in for 3 or 4 weeks, was it?
Yeah, he lasted like 3-4 games.
Suit for training.
And then Paul Carden came in.
Oh,
Warrington.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cards.
He was all right, to be fair. Didn't mind him. And then what I didn't know, which he'd just been honest to me about, we were, at that point, everyone was getting booted. Like any of the OG players, they were gone out the door.
Yeah.
We had a few bad eggs in the team at the time. They were gone, shipped out. More trialists were in every session. I'd had a bad hip for probably a year. So since the first COVID break, I've been struggling I'd ripped all the tendons, ligaments off my hip bone. So I did steroid injections. Cards came in. I was club captain at the time. And I wasn't really training. I was just getting through matches. I'd have a steroid injection and I'll play the Saturday, miss training Tuesday, do a little bit Thursday, play the following Saturday. And I wish he'd just been honest to me because I would have just left and found another clubs. I was doing really well at the time. I was happy playing for Telford, but I would have gone because we were rubbish.
Yeah.
And we were like destined to go down. I don't know how they even managed to stay up that season. But Carls wanted to bring in his own goalkeeper out at Warrington. He should have just said to me, I want to bring him in.
You're free to go.
You're free to go. And I was like, you know what? Shucks down and gone. But he didn't. He got to the point where it was a Tuesday night. We were like rock bottom or something, and we were playing. I can't even think of the name of the team. Midlands team, Leamington Spa, or something like that, on a Tuesday night. And I was sat in my house on a Monday night, and it was like 10 o'clock at night. And he calls me. And by the time I'm the captain, I'm like one of the players that have been the longest, even though it had been like 2 years, the amount of players we'd shipped in and shipped out. He calls me, he goes, "Oh, just to let you know, I'm bringing in the keeper, and he's playing tomorrow."
Just like that?
Yeah. So he goes, I thought I'd do you the decency of calling you and letting you know.
10 o'clock at night.
10 o'clock at night, the night before a game. I went, "Oh, right, you've done me the decency, have you? Cheers." Just put the phone down. And then I called and I'd been like, I was battered, my hip was killing me, I was struggling. I'd just been soldiering on like for the team.
Yeah.
People don't see that, do they?
Nah.
Players playing
We
for
had no
injuries.
physio.
Fans
I had
never see that.
no one. You know what I mean? We had no one.
Sometimes it can be to your detriment. I know players who play through stuff, it's like,
So I'd lost
they
my
have a
head.
bad and fans think they're crap. It's like, they don't know.
No, you
It's
play
not
for
putting
an
the
injury,
paper,
aren't you?
he's giving injections before the game.
So my head
they
was
did
gone
that,
with that. I thought, you know what, I've been screwed over here. And I had a couple of times in my career, like at Motherwell, I'm thinking, fucking hell, when's my luck gonna?
Yeah,
Better tell for tornado, lad.
Tell for tornado. Chester didn't end the way I wanted it to end with Burn and Jonno and whatnot. But I called the I don't know who it was, the chief exec at Telford at the time, and just said, "Just so you know, take my name off the list for the bus tomorrow. I ain't fucking coming to Leamington away." He was like, "What do you mean?" I went, "I'm just not coming. I'm done. You can fuck off, basically." And when I look back now, I probably should have gone about it a bit better. But I thought, you know what, you've screwed me, I'll screw you back.
Yeah.
So they tried doing me under for not showing up, suspension, and then they said, "Right, well, if you're injured, you've got to show up to the physio." I was like, "Well, I've got a damaged hip here. You've got a girl, bless her, who's like 19 years old, fresh, like in uni, who you've got as your physio. You're not even paying." And I'm having steroid injections on a hip that's badly damaged. Yeah. With all due respect, I'd rather go to the PFA and get some treatment at St George's Park because obviously, if you're fortunate enough to play in the league, you can take those.
I've been there.
Yeah,
it's class.
And they were like, "No, if you don't come to the physio here, it's another strike and we'll rip your deal up." So it was a bit of a back and forth with that, and I ended up getting paid up in the end, but it just finished messy. With that, I just thought, you know what, I'm done here.
I'm done.
So during my Telford time, I was playing with a lad called Jason Oswell, who's just finished up in the Welsh.
Stockport.
Yeah, Stockport. Yeah, he's at Wrexham, Morecambe, I think. He's just finished up at Connors Quay, retired now. And I was sat in the stands, injured one time, watching the lads, and I got chatting to his mother, who owns the company that I'm now buying off her, Full Circle. So I was working freelance for the time for her whilst I was playing at Telford, and it was getting to the point of, if I wanted to take over here or like buy in, I'm going to need a bit more time on my hands. So I'm going to be travelling more and whatnot. So it was like weighing up do I pack football in?
Pro cons.
Yeah, I'm injured. I'm struggling. I was trying to give it my best shot to get myself back up the ladder. COVID's hit. So it was almost like weighing up what's next. And I had an opportunity with the business now that I couldn't really turn down. I thought, my next steps are now putting
You're thinking about the rest of your life, aren't you? Not just the next
rather
season.
than the next season. And that it is full circle.
Full circle presentations, yeah. So basically, we're an audio-visual company, production company. I have a team of freelancers that will do graphic design for me. Have you guys heard of AutoCue? You saw like what the weatherman would read.
Yeah.
So we provide that on events, on TV, on film. Rooms like this, studios, that sort of thing. So I've people up and down the country that'll do that. But I personally, I go out and I'm a presentation coach, like a speaker trainer. So I'll teach people in corporate how to deliver messages as effectively as possible, really. So
he did this before. Well, I knew he'd be good at this. We were sat in a bar in Chester on one of the nights out we had, and we were just chatting some birds. And he just said what you both do, how to piss to speak. And he started talking about, we've developed this company called Ride. And it's all about like, what go on?
We owned a spin class franchise.
But,
Right.
but the way I would just sat there in
just came to me.
amazement.
Did you just make it up?
And he
came
was
to me,
going
yeah,
on
but,
and
yeah.
on and on, and they were so engaged, and I would just sat there. I was like, "Can I hardly speak?" I'm like, "Bloody hell, he's good at this, isn't he?"
Yeah, and to be fair, we used it for weeks, didn't we?
Yeah.
Zero success rate.
Oh,
but,
I would have said, did it work or
Oh
not?
yeah, no percentage like, but
no percentage.
But
like,
good fun
it was good
whilst
fun.
doing it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
good
yeah.
crack. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
So
I knew you'd be good at that.
So that's me. Yeah. So I'll, for example, one of the biggest clients, JCB. So they're launching new machines constantly. So they have a big theatre there, and I'll help them deliver their presentation to the press. They'll do a walk around, choreograph the machine launch, things like that.
Right.
So,
Very
yeah,
good.
so a lot of the skills I learned from a young age, being at Everton in terms of media training, press training, all that I've been able to transfer to corporate world really. So it's been brilliant, and from that, like we said at the start, I've missed the competitiveness and the banter with the lads and whatnot, but I've not looked back.
Well, I was going to say,
Good man.
like before we wrap up, have you got any regrets?
Regrets in terms of, I look back and I think I should have done this, I should have gone there.
A lot
Or at the
of
time,
things were out of your control.
When you've got not as much experience, you don't know when there's the right time to say something potentially.
Yeah.
And I think, like I said at Motherwell, he wouldn't let me go when I should have gone. But at the same time, I was still enjoying myself. Even though I wasn't playing, I was still enjoying myself.
Yeah.
I think at Chester, for example, it didn't end as nicely as I wanted it to. I wanted the club to do well. I didn't enjoy playing under Byrne and Jonno, and I probably should have left earlier. I probably should have gone in January, because I should probably just said I don't want to play for you guys anymore.
I want to go and play.
Yeah. Well, I was playing, but I want to go play somewhere and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
So in terms of regrets, maybe little things like that could have
Making decisions a bit
may have
earlier.
gone different ways for me. But when I look back at my football career, I was happy.
Yeah.
I went all the way through. I've done stuff lads dream of doing. I've been at the top. I've travelled the world with
Played for England,
like
didn't you,
Everton. I played for the England youth team set up at 19s, 20s, which was great. Travelled around, played in the Football League, played in the Scottish Premiership.
Not bad for a centre half.
So I was happy.
13.
I was saying, not bad for a centre half, and done all that, and finished at 26.
26, yeah. And now I'm delighted with what I do now, company-wise, with global business.
Yeah.
To get to travel the world with that. I've got a good team around me. So, and what's nice is having the freedom.
Yeah.
You don't realise till you're out of the game
How much it ties you up.
it ties you up.
Yeah,
Even
it
like a
does tie
Friday
you up.
night.
Yeah.
It took me ages on a Saturday, being off, not playing, to be like, oh right, yeah, I don't need to. I don't need to have my pre-match now. I'm not fucking scrambling exit.
I found that really hard, mate. That was the only thing that I found really hard. Not working towards a goal at the weekend.
Yeah, that's probably the toughest bit.
That was my hardest bit. Yeah.
But I just kept myself busy. Like I was doing stuff that I've always wanted to do that I know you couldn't do. Football, go climb mountains, or like I'm big into my road bike, and I'll go out and smash the massive cycle out, which you're always a bit wary of doing when you're playing and whatnot. Like you can have a beer on a Friday night. I mean, you'd have a beer any night, but
and still perform on
and
Saturday.
still perform on a Saturday.
I know, yeah. I don't even hardly drink now. I wish I'd have done it. I was saying to you the other day, I said I wish I'd have been like, maybe if I'd had a child earlier.
Yeah.
At like 22.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, mate, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, pleasure.
Thank you
you
very much
guys.
for coming on.
Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Murph.
Cheers, Murph. Top man. Thank
Cheers,
you.
Ross.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
mate. Pleasure.
Cheers, pal.
Cheers, pal.